Hello, little coders. Welcome to my first video on this beginner's course for learning Python. A little bit about me. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I completed the PCEP certification for Python. So, I'm a certified Python programmer, and I will be guiding you through this beginner-friendly course that will be easy to understand and will cover through the basics of Python. So we'll go to the next slide. So a little bit about this course. This course will cover the basics of Python, such as variables, data types, if statements, loops, lists, operators, etc., like anything that's like in the beginner's realm of Python. And on the last day, and there's 5 days to this, by the way. On the last day, I'm going to assign two projects, one individual project and one group project to enhance your learning and to enrich yourself so you can become a better programmer in Python. And you will be able to code simple Python programs by the end of this course. So here, I'm going to just briefly talk about why learn Python rather than learning Java, Linux, etc. It's easily readable and simple. Python's syntax is very easy to understand, and it is used by a majority of programmers today when it comes to the backend. And backend is backend and front end usually. So front end of a website is what you see, and what's the hardware, like basically like what you see. Like right now you can see the text, you can see the colors, you can see the font, you can see all this. That's the front end. The back end is what's really happening. So how when you click it, it goes to the next slide. And yeah, that's what's front end and back end. Python is used for both of those, which makes it really versatile and it's really easy to understand. And also Python is very versatile. It can be run on Windows, Mac, and Linux and other browsers. So that's why Python is widely used, and it's used on a wide range of applications such as data science, machine learning, which is becoming, and AI, which is becoming more and more powerful these days and in the future, web development, scientific computing, scripting, and game development. So if you want to create any games using Python, by the end of this course, you should have a decent understanding of it. So now I'm going to talk about a brief history on Python. Python in the 1989 to 1991, Python was created by Guido van Rossum as a successor to the ABC language, which its first public release in 1991. In the 2000s, Python 2.0 introduced key features like list comprehensions and garbage collection. The Python Software Foundation was established at this time. In the 2008, Python 3.0 was released, a major update with backward incompatible changes and improved Unicode support. And today, Python is a leading language in fields like web development, data science, and AI, known for its readability, simplicity, and strong community, which is why it's widely used to this point. And you might be thinking, why am I saying all this history and why am I saying why you should be learning this? Because I'm saying this because it clarifies language design. Because knowing Python's focus on simplicity and readability helps you write better code. And it highlights Python's rise in data science, AI, web development through strong community support. And also, learning the history and learning why you learn Python instead of Java or like any other programming language, learning it is proven to build confidence and spending time to master it. So that's why you should know about the history, or you should know about a little bit of background before you start learning the actual topic. So this is a little break. Now we're going to move on to downloading Python idle. So downloading Python idle, you search download Python on your Mac or your Windows. If you're using a Chromebook, it's a little bit harder. I don't think you can do it on a Chromebook, so try doing it on the Mac or Windows or in Linux if you have it. Type that into your Google or your Safari, and then this should come up. This page should come up, and then you see this yellow button. You should click on this yellow button here. Click here. And then when you click there, there's a list of instructions for you to do. So you want to continue on all of them and agree if it appears. And then you should install it at the end. And you should enter your computer password. You can ask your parents if you need to know that, or if you know it yourself, you can do it. And you should double click at idle. And idle is where we're going to be doing all of our coding. It's called Integrated Design Learning Environment. And yeah, this is where you're going to be doing all the Python coding. The first thing we're going to learn today is print statements. So command print tells Python to print the content in quotations onto the screen. So for example, this print hello world is going to print hello world onto the screen as shown here. So I want everyone to type in print hello world into their computer idle. They will see that this text hello world will appear on the screen. And print statements are great for debugging errors in long pieces of code and for displaying outputs. So let's say you have a long piece of code and you get an error. You can use print statements all over your long piece of code to indicate where the error happened at. So let's say your error is at the beginning of the code. You won't know that without print statements. So you can print near the beginning of your long piece of code, and yeah, that's great for debugging. And it's just widely used for displaying outputs as well. Escape sequences. So the escape sequences are used when you put a backslash and a character next to the backslash. So you can see with all these escape sequences, they have backslashes and all that. And backslashes are used for exiting out of your print statement and then doing something else that the escape sequence is telling it to do. So for example, this escape sequence with 2 backslashes is used to print 1 backslash. So print hello world backslash this. So I want everyone to put this into their idle, and they're going to see hello world and then a backslash next to it. So that's what you should be getting. If you don't, then maybe you have something not written correctly. Maybe you don't have quotation marks. Maybe you don't have parentheses. You have to check that over. Next one is backslash and quotation marks. That will lead to just one quotation marks like this. So it's used to embed a double quote within a double quoted string. So print double quote backslash double quote hello backslash double quote. Oh, excuse me. So these double quotes are from the thing here. So you can see in our regular print statements, we have a double quote and a double quote, telling Python that it needs to print hello world onto the screen. So that's the form of these 2 quotation marks. But then the backslash quotation marks and the backslash quotation marks are escape sequences to add additional quotation marks into your print statement. So if you print this piece of code right here, you should be getting quotation marks, hello world, and quotation marks. So now the next escape sequence is backslash n, which creates a new line. So it moves the cursor to the beginning of the next line. So I want everyone to enter this piece of code into their Python idle. And it should say, when you say print hello world, there should be hello on one line, and then it goes to the next line, and then it says hello on the second line. And that's because of the new line escape sequence placed right in the middle, which makes the world go to the next line. Now we move on to the backslash t, which equals tab. So inserts a horizontal tab space. So everyone print this or put this piece of code into their Python idle. They should see that in between hello and world, there should be a tab space in between because there's this backslash t in between there. So they should get hello, a big tab, and then world. So that's a bit self-explanatory. And finally, backslash b, which is backspace. So it moves the cursor 1 space backward. This escape sequence is not as used as all of these because you're not going to really need to go backward 1 space, but it's just built into the Python. So, yep, that's what the backspace does. And you can't really show it through code, which is why I don't have a a piece of code on this one. And of course, there's a bunch of other escape sequences. So, but these are the mainly used ones. So, yep, we'll move on to the next one. Now, here we have assignment one, and I have two exercises for you to do, which is just on print statements and escape sequences, just to test your knowledge and to make sure that you know this, because print statements and escape sequences are your bread and butter. It's your fundamentals, and you need to know those in order for you to excel in the next couple of topics, because the next couple of topics are going to be a little bit on the harder side compared to these. So you're going to have to need to know this. So exercise one is display your name on the screen, your favorite color, and your favorite book or movie on different lines. So for me, I would do my name, I would do my favorite color, which could be like blue or red, and then my favorite book or movie, which could be like Avengers or something like that. So that's what you can do. Your hint, and a little hint for you guys, it's going to need to use an escape sequence in order for you to get it on different lines. And display the shape made of asterisks on your output. Asterisk is Command 8 for Mac, but Control 8 for Windows. So if you want to know that, that's that. For the triangle, I would highly suggest you to do it with escape sequences, and try and do it in one print statement, with using only one print statement. If you can't do it in one print statement, then that's okay. Just do it in multiple. But yeah, it's a little easier to do it with multiple print statements. So if you're really not able to get it, do it like that. And yeah, let's move on to, and yeah, that's it. So thank you for listening to day one of this Python beginners course. I'm going to be posting the next couple of videos on the other topics, little like not too far from now. So please subscribe to the channel so you can get a notification when those videos come out. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye, and happy coding with these exercises.